What's going on, guys? Aero here, and guys, today I want to talk to you guys about why I think that having an open 3D world Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch would be really awesome. Now, when I say open 3D world Pokemon game, I'm not talking about a 3D Pokemon game, because we already have those. We have Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and also Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm talking about an open 3D world Pokemon game, and why having that on the Nintendo Switch would be really awesome. And so in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 big reasons as to why having an open 3D world Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch will be a lot of fun. So before we get started, I do want to mention to you guys that this video took a lot of time to edit, and that's because we don't have an open 3D world Pokemon game, and so there was no way for me to find footage of everything that I'm talking about in this video, so I had to pretty much create the footage myself by doing a whole bunch of animations and stuff like that. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could show your support and click that like button. But yeah, let's get started. So in order for me to give you guys the best representation of what I mean by an open 3D world Pokemon game, I needed to find a really good open 3D world game that is out right now. And of course, one of the most amazing open 3D world games that we have currently is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is basically the type of openness that I want, except in a Pokemon game, and so you guys will see that in a few of my points I will refer back to Breath of the Wild so that I can give you guys a better picture of what I mean. But anyway, let's get started. One of the biggest parts that makes up a Pokemon game is the exploring. You're always supposed to go around in the Pokemon world exploring new areas to see what new types of Pokemon that you can encounter, what new types of Pokemon you're able to catch, as well as what new items you can find, and you're always exploring through different cities as well, and talking to all sorts of people and seeing what types of information you can get. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've always felt that exploring in Pokemon games hasn't been how I would want it to be. And by that, I'm talking about how, even though I can go in different areas and stuff in a Pokemon world and explore a whole bunch of things, there are some decisions that if I even want to go to a certain place, I'm not able to because I haven't met certain criteria that I need to in order to be able to go to that place. And the best example of this is if you've played Generation 1 of Pokemon, I'm talking about Cerulean Cave. Now, if you guys know Cerulean Cave in Pokemon Red and Blue and Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, then you know that Cerulean Cave is one of the coolest caves in Pokemon because you can explore in that cave and find Mewtwo at the very end. Now, the thing about this though is that there's a person blocking you from going into that cave unless you've actually gotten through like the Elite Four, beaten the champion, and done a whole bunch of things. Now, I feel like having an open 3D world Pokemon game, there shouldn't be that person there. I should be able to go in that cave and explore and see if I can find anything cool, and I think that there shouldn't be any type of borders or like people blocking you from getting into certain places, because I feel like in an open 3D world Pokemon game, you should be able to make the decision of what you want to do. And obviously, once you go in that cave, if you're like low leveled, you're gonna see all those strong Pokemon and you're gonna be like, okay, there's no way I'm supposed to be in here, there's no way I'm gonna be able to make it through, and then you're gonna be coming out anyway. And I think that that would be a lot of fun, and I think that, you know, by having you be able to make your own decisions of where you want to go, it's a lot of fun. And that's exactly how it is in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because you guys know you can go wherever you want. If you want to go all the way to the right, you can go all the way to the right. If you want to go all the way to the left, you can go all the way to the left. If you want to go straight for the final castle and try to go to Ganon, you can do that as well. You have the freedom to go wherever you want. And if you go somewhere you're not supposed to, you can encounter really strong enemies like moblins and stuff that can take all your hearts away in one hit, and then you realize, okay, I'm not probably supposed to be here right now. I'll probably go and follow the story and go where I'm actually supposed to go. And so that's what I think that they should do in an open 3D world Pokemon game. And the best scenario that I have to show you guys of what I'm talking about is this picture that I'm going to put on screen for you guys right here. So you can see right here that this is like the scenario that I created, and you can see that there's a trainer right here, and it's got 2 paths to go, and you can see that one is pointing to Route 6 and the other one is pointing to Victory Road. Now, obviously, it's clear if this person just started the game that they're supposed to go to Route 6 because there's no way that they're in shape to go to Victory Road. Now, if this was like a traditional Pokemon game, most likely there would be some person there blocking the way, or like cones or something that don't let you go there. But I feel like in an open 3D world Pokemon game, you should be able to go wherever you want and explore that area. And I'm going to be giving you guys a scenario of what would happen if I went to Victory Road. So yeah, let me show you guys what would have happened if I went to Victory Road by just starting out the game. So yeah, there you go. You guys could see right there that I went to Victory Road, I got encountered by a Charizard, and then I obviously got my entire team destroyed because I only started the game recently. And so that's what I think that they should do in an open 3D world Pokemon game. Now I realized, okay, I'm not supposed to go to the Victory Road, I'm probably supposed to go to that other side. Like, I think it's fun to explore a new area and then realize for yourself that, okay, I'm not supposed to be here, rather than just having a person saying, oh yeah, you're not ready for this, don't come here until you've done this. Like, that's always how it's been in Pokemon games. It's always like, oh yeah, go save this area from like Team Rocket or whatever, then come back here. It's never been like, hey, let me choose what I actually want to do. And I think that having that in an open 3D world Pokemon game will be a lot of fun. Alright, so another big part that makes up Pokemon games are the Pokemon gyms. Now, Pokemon gyms are buildings that are scattered all around the Pokemon world, and you're supposed to go into the building and encounter the gym leader and beat the gym leader in order to get a badge. Now, in every Pokemon game that we've had so far, the gym leaders have always had a certain path. You're supposed to go to this gym leader first, then you're supposed to go to the next gym leader, and like there's always a certain route that you're supposed to go through in order to get through all of the gym leaders in the region. Now, in an open 3D world Pokemon game, I think it would be a lot of fun if I could choose which gym leader I want to go through first, which gym leader that I want to go through second, and that there is no certain order. Like, I could go through all 8 gyms in a totally different way than my friend did, and I think that that would make an open 3D world Pokemon game so much fun. And again, I'm going to compare back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because if you guys have played that game, then you know that the dungeons are also a really big important part of that game, and the dungeons are pretty much like the gym leaders in like a Pokemon game, because the dungeons are like that as well. You have to get through all of them in the story, but there's no certain path. There's no like certain path that you have to go through in the dungeons. You could go to whichever dungeon you want first and whichever dungeon you want second. There is no certain path, and I think that that would be so much fun to have in a Pokemon game, for you to be able to choose which gym leader you want to fight first and which gym leaders you want to fight last. And you know, I think it would be a lot of fun if they could have different teams depending on which time you choose to face them. And so I'm going to be giving you guys 2 quick scenarios, showing you guys one of the most popular gym leaders that you should probably know, Brock, and I'm going to be showing you guys how it would look if you versed him first, like as your first gym leader, and then how he would be like if you versed him last as your last gym leader battle. And so yeah, let me give you guys the quick scenario of how it would be if you chose to make him your first gym leader. Alright, so that's how the gym battle will be like if you chose Brock to be your first gym leader. Now let me give you guys a quick scenario of what it would be like if you made Brock your last gym leader. So you can see having different types of teams in Pokemon for the gym leaders, depending on what time you choose to fight them, would be a lot of fun, because it would be so much fun seeing what new types of teams that you can get for challenging gym leaders, and how it would be like if you challenge the gym leader last instead of challenging them first. And I think that that would be a lot of fun, and they could do a whole bunch of cool ways to play the game as well. And I'm talking about like the replay value. You could get so much replay value, because if you chose Brock to be your first gym leader, maybe now you can make him your fourth if you play it again. And I think that just being able to choose your gym leader and having their team depending on when you choose them is a really cool thing that they should do in an open 3D world Pokemon game, and that would really make the game awesome. Alright, so the last quick thing that I have to mention with you guys about why I think that having an open 3D world Pokemon game would be really awesome is just how finding the Pokemon could be so much fun. Now, in all of the Pokemon games we've had so far, finding Pokemon's always been the same thing. You're running through the grass and you encounter Pokemon, but I think that having an open 3D world Pokemon game will be so much fun, because you'll see a whole bunch of different areas that you can go through, and sure, you'll still be able to run around in grass and find new types of Pokemon, but wouldn't it be so much fun if you could choose like different areas to go through? Like if you're in a forest, let's say like you could actually look inside of a hole in a tree and find different bird Pokemon in there. Like you could look through the hole of a tree and find some starlies and pidgeys inside of there, or like you could lift up a log or something and see a caterpie underneath. Like I think that would be so cool. Now originally I was thinking about how they should completely just get rid of the whole grass mechanic and just have Pokemon like in the overworld, like have Rattatas like running around like in the open world, and like you can actually like touch them or bump into them in order to battle them. But I feel like that would be a little hard with like certain other Pokemon, and that would be really hard to do. So I think that that's fine if they still keep the grass mechanic, but I think it would be a lot of fun though if I could have other ways to be able to find Pokemon. Like I could look inside of trees, I could maybe climb trees. I don't know, that's kind of like Zelda a little bit too much, but like it would be kind of cool if I could like find different ways to find Pokemon, like lifting up rocks or something like that, or you know, looking in certain areas. So I think having really cool new mechanics to be able to find Pokemon would be a lot of fun as well. And so that is the last thing that I have for why having an open 3D world Pokemon game will be really awesome on the Nintendo Switch. So there you go guys, those are the reasons as to why I think that having an open 3D world Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch would be a lot of fun. Definitely leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and comment other reasons that you guys have as to why an open 3D world Pokemon game will be a lot of fun, or some other ideas that you have for the game as well. I'm always curious to see what you guys have to say, and I'll try to reply to you guys as best as I can. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Nintendo content, and definitely be sure to follow me on Twitter as well. It's @ActualAero. You can tweet me some stuff that you want me to talk about, or you can just get some updates on videos and stuff like that as well. And yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.